Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Star Trek Legends. So I'm totally taking a quick break from work for 5 minutes to do this video. So mind my squeaky chair if it moves around. I'm trying to not create any ambient noise whatsoever, and it's difficult where I am right now. But I just want to talk about exclusivity in Star Trek Legends, and really more importantly, in a venue such as the Apple Arcade, where there isn't microtransactions and where everything is free to play. If you haven't joined my Discord server, definitely click that link down below and join the community, because we're having lots of fun conversations about other things, which are I'm really passionate about. But this one thing about exclusivity in mobile games and games in general. And exclusivity can look like so many different things, but typically it is spending. Spending is usually the number one key to exclusivity. And exclusivity is also can be some grinding. Well, in this game, it has to be grinding. And I think that is one of the major and massive components that this game is missing. And a lot of people are like, I've done all the missions, I keep leveling up crew, but it's getting a little stale. And this is my big push for the developers to really build in that exclusivity. That is the number one thing for me. And keep in mind, I'm not probably going to be grinding like crazy. I don't go on this game all that much. I probably go on this game, do my dailies, do my raids, maybe run a couple of missions, reset my shuttles, and that's pretty much it. And that's why I like this game. Just because I play so many other games that are really getting my attention because they have that component. But that exclusivity, this could be a character that you can't get any other way. This could be, they could even do, I don't know if they want to do titles. To me, titles are meaningless. I'm like, whatever. I don't care about the stupid title. If it's not going to show up anywhere and people can't see it, then it is meaningless. But for games like this, it would definitely have to be like gear, ships when they release ships. Hopefully they release ships into the game. But definitely characters. Having that one character that you have to grind out content for over and over again and compete on a leaderboard is definitely the number one thing missing from this game right now. And I think it's the one thing that the game really needs to get that constant gameplay going on. Because right now, gamers being gamers, they are just plowing through all the content and they're like, okay, I want something new. Oh, okay, I want something new. And the developer is like, it literally took us forever to develop that content that you whip through in 60 seconds. And so I think this exclusivity, these contests, these leaderboards, this grinding is something that will really help the developers and it'll really help the players. So that's what I'm really hoping to see. Hopefully in the next update that has new content, there is going to be some sort of exclusivity coming into play. Because ultimately that's what gamers want. I had a really good conversation with a member of my Discord, Beyond the Stars, and typically we never agree about anything. And I like to have that kind of engagement. It might frustrate me at certain points, but I think Beyond the Stars is a really good person to have in my Discord because he and I are so drastically different in our game styles and our playing. But the one thing he had a really good point of was he was talking about PvP, and he was for it and I was against it. Mainly because I have a very big issue with developers monetizing player versus player ego and really just making a mint off of players needing to outdo one another. But he said, without PvP, the game is going to be very basic and non-intuitive. You're going to be able to predict the algorithm very quickly. And that's what happens in a lot of PvE content, is no matter what they do, no matter how difficult you make the game, the AI is pretty predictable in how it's going to perform. But that's where that PvP comes into play. You can't really predict what a player is going to do on the spot. And I think that's another component that could spark a lot more curiosity long term into the game, is when it comes to that PvP, that we're not fighting the AI controlling another player's characters. And we're not even doing that right now. They're just like stock characters saying it's somebody else, and I just don't think it's working out well. And there's the issue with that. But I think that's kind of the top of what this game is lacking, and what this game really needs is really that excitement piece where people want to get on all the time, play, and get on that leaderboard, stock points on that leaderboard, and compete against friends. We have 2 alliances now, and I would love for the alliances to compete against one another, for Crimson 1 and Crimson 2 to kind of say, Crimson 1 got beat in this leaderboard by Crimson 2, and they were the underdogs, and have that kind of discussion, have that kind of engagement, and make it really fun. But right now, it's just not there. So that's my hopes and dreams for this game. But I just really wanted to address that, because I do think the developer is thinking about it, but I really want to really re-encourage them to think about exclusivity. A lot of players who are, I want to say, like me, who are very lax in their gameplay, might not like it, because there might be a character that they can't get because they don't want to grind. Now that's a choice you're making. If you don't want to grind, that's a choice you are actively making. But for those players who want to grind and want that exclusivity and want that character that everyone's like, oh my god, I wish I could get him or her. And I think that's definitely a piece to gameplay that we really need. But that's just my thought of the day. It's like noon, so it's almost lunchtime. But I just wanted to get that random thought out to everyone. See what everyone thought. What do you think about exclusivity in gaming? I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I usually end up paying for it. I don't usually play for it. Sometimes I do. If it's something I know I can win within the confines of my gameplay, then I'll definitely go for it. But tell me what you think. Do you want exclusivity in the game, or do you want everything to be available to everyone? I think that's a really good and open and honest conversation that we should all have about this game. But leave your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I will talk with you guys later.